For these bullion knots, I'm using 3 threads. I'm coming up at the top dot, then back down through the bottom dot, and then angling my needle and coming back up through the top. I like to wrap the needle while it's stuck in the fabric like this, but for this example, I'm going to push the bottom through, and that will make it easier to pull out of our wraps when we're done, but I'll show it 2 ways. Grab the thread that is near the top of the needle where you first started, and you're going to start wrapping that around the needle. I'm pinching the needle in place with my thumb on my left hand and the rest of my hand behind. Because I pulled it through the fabric, it's a little wobbly. But as you go, you can push down the wraps and pinch them with your thumb to hold it in place. And you want as many wraps as basically the length of space that you're trying to fill. Now I'm going to pull the needle and try to pull it through all these wraps. You don't want to wrap it too tight. And at first this is going to feel like a hot mess. You can slowly pull the wraps off and then pull the needle out. And at first it looks crazy, but trust the process. Keep pulling the needle, and then you can turn the needle around. Hold this thread with your opposite hand and push the wraps down or up towards our top dot. Down the thread. And then once they are all tightened up there, then you can insert the needle back down through the fabric, and there's our bullion knot. See how it works out even after that hot mess? Now we're going to try putting a couple together. I've done the first one here, and I'm going to start at this top dot, come down to the bottom, and angle and push my needle back up to where we started. And this time I'm going to leave it inserted in the fabric. It gives us a little more stability. So I pinch it with my thumb, take the thread that's right near the top of the needle and start wrapping it around, pinching it with my thumb as I go. Don't wrap it too tight. And then I'm going to do a few more. You can lay this down on your lap if you need, so that you have both hands to work with. And then once I have enough wraps on it that I think will fill the whole space I'm trying to fill, I'm going to push my needle and attempt to pull it through the fabric. Now it has to go down through and back up through, so it can be a little bit of a challenge, but wiggle it around, push the wraps off gently as you need with your nails, and then push them down. And then use your needle to slide them up towards the top. And this will shorten the bottom extra that we had. And then go back down through the fabric. And one last example to show you. This time I did go all the way down through the bottom and then just back up through the top. So this one's going to be a little bit more wiggly because I didn't leave the bottom eye of the needle in the fabric. And then once I've got it wrapped, I'm pulling it up through. And this one I did a little bit tighter, so I'm going to gently pull these off with my fingernails. And it may look crazy, but trust the process. It does kind of even itself out as you pull and you're gentle with it. Then slide them down. And this bottom part will shorten as we pull and push the wraps up to the top, and then insert your needle again. And here's how you can do a few together to make like a plant or different types of flowers. And if you really get all knotted up, just cut it out and try again.